Hey there, everyone. So, I wanted to talk a little about, I would say I got guided to talk a little about why we go quiet after we meditate. And sometimes the silence may last for a long period of time. And right after we meditate, we might go into that silent zone for a couple of hours, which may last for many days. So when we meditate, we kind of hit the the emptiness of the pure consciousness in a way. And once we have visited that space, we tend to lose our tendency to articulate what's happening in the physical reality. It's like basking in the pure consciousness in the empty space for some time. So, as we all know, that words create worlds, and pure consciousness is actually absent of structure, or pure consciousness is actually absent of form. And when we hit that spot, we don't want to probably create more worlds, because again, we have already cut loose from the dimensions of the mind. Some people may want to say that they don't want to talk, and they find it really peaceful within themselves to internalize a lot of things, even if they're not thinking. So when we say that people go quiet, it could mean a lot of things. It could mean that they are quiet in their minds, and they don't really have a lot to talk, because obviously when there is nothing going on in your mind, when it's an empty space, you lose the tendency to talk. And sometimes we internalize things so much during meditation that it becomes difficult for us to find the right words to communicate with the 3D. Right? So that could be another reason why people lose the tendency, or they don't want to engage in something that would want to give it a shape or a form or a structure, basically put, right? So that's where I guess a lot comes into picture. And so after you meditate, you're still sinking in the vastness of the space that you just experienced. And pure consciousness is all about the vastness of space within yourself. If your meditation has been pretty right, you have actually hit the sweet spot where you want to stay in the pure consciousness, and you don't necessarily feel the need to talk about it or relate to the world how you feel about it, or even while even for the matter of fact that when you're going about your regular duties or you're doing your regular stuff, you're carrying the vast space with you, and it's not something that you would like to share with people, right? So that's where I guess people go extremely quiet. And if you have been in some sort of a vipassana, I guess this hits home, because again, vipassana is about longer periods of silence, and it's kind of, you lose the tendency to articulate things because words create worlds, and pure consciousness is absent of structure. Something that you cannot place your finger on. And the realization that you are a part of it, that actually, I'd say, yeah, it's difficult to articulate it into words. So there's a famous saying which explains it all. It says, the moment you name it, the moment you explain it, it loses its essence, right? So that's where I guess people want to stay in the vast consciousness and the emptiness of it. So if you have been in this noble silence for some time, I would say you'll agree with me on the fact that you kind of lose the thread or the flow of your thoughts. And with the passing time, I think you lose the need to think. And when you don't have the need to think, obviously you don't really need words to talk about your world. So, yeah. So if you've experienced this pure consciousness, this vast consciousness already, you're already there. It's kind of beautiful. And sometimes I would say, there's this, I really wanted to probably share an experience of a meditation that I experienced. This is where with every passing breath, you let go of thoughts, right? So that means you're getting conscious of every breath, right? So, and at the moment, only your breath remains. So you're conscious of every single breath that you're taking, right? So that is shifting to the witness consciousness, where you're witnessing everything from far and you're not really reacting to it. And initially I thought that it's all a concept, and I've been a student of Advaita for a long time, but lately I have experienced it, and being a witness consciousness can be a little, it may throw you off the kilter at first, but I think with time you lose the sense of the ego's self, and that is about I. And losing the I in the pure consciousness is something that we seekers, I think the seekers are mostly looking at. So let me know if that has happened with you as well, and I'll be glad to understand or hear your experience of meditations, because that again kind of helps me go deeper into my reality as well, right? So thank you for watching and have a great day ahead.